Greetings, my fellow vaulters. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech Doomsday Vault, Episode 20, Airborne Express. Before I start, let me do a little bit of a recap, shall we? So, we have been trying to make good use of this outdoor space. We did find an underground cavern that did not have an overhead mountain, and we have been trying to convert it into solar and eventually a farm. So we have a lot of pollution to clean up, but eventually it should be a pretty livable space, especially for our young ones so they can play outside and not get shot, you know, because that's kind of important. As far as the research tree goes, we have just about blown through everything, so there's really not that much left to do. Trying to give the vault a little bit of a shellac here, making it pretty again. And the current priorities is to build the outdoor farm and to supply shotguns. There was a bit of a problem with the shotguns. Getting to this neighbor of ours, there's a mountain ridge here. So I think we're going to have to send someone that can build transport pods to transport pod home. But it was for the coagulator, the silver, and the mass chaos skip. And we have 24 days left on that. I'm going to be polling all of you pretty early on about the priorities that you want me to undertake in terms of, besides, you know, cleaning up the farm area. So, we'll get to that. And I hope you all are having a wonderful day so far. Oh boy, babies. So many babies. I am also sort of curious if I am going to be able to get relationships back together. I mean, doesn't look good so far, but I don't know. I still have hope. Maybe falsely, maybe incorrectly, but I still have hope. So at the moment, it does not look like very many people are actually cleaning. Mostly just delivering shotguns to the quest area, but that's fine. Oh yeah, we already have some shotguns. Perfect. Oh, so here we had a lot of toxic waste packs deteriorating, and it looks like a pile of them just went. Everything deteriorated within the Pollux tree radius, so we're not adding really any pollution as long as that Pollux tree doesn't get chopped down or burned or eaten by a alpha beaver or something like that. So, here's to hoping that that doesn't happen. Oh, and a puppy treat that I've already missed. Here you go, dude. Dude, you have to turn around and eat it. So, for all of you, early birds, here is the poll. This is going to take place after I finish the outdoor farm. So there it is, and I'm going to give you 5 minutes to vote on that. Make better use of the outdoor area, improve the defenses, meaning probably around here, possibly. Improve colony gear, because most of her gear is pretty shabby and torn and tattered. Do the quests, expand the mines, colony life improvements, or viewer suggestions, something that I hadn't mentioned that you all add to the polls. So, it is up to you. Mr. Dante. I think I am going to have to give Dante an allowable zone. I think Dante has been getting into a lot of our booze, and, well, he's going to get cirrhosis at this rate, so Mr. Dante, I will allow you to eat from the rice there and stand left of the rice, and then you will be allowed to go into Carlotta's room, because you're Carlotta's pet. You can wander the halls, but don't get too close to the kill box. And I will also allow you to go outside. Right there for now. So that's Dante's allowable zone. ALS, thanks for all the gifted subs. Again. And Guero. And at least one more turn. Thanks for the gifted sub as well. Cheers up, everyone. So I think pretty soon here, you'll see me put up a high priority goal of getting the cleaning done. Right now we're smoothing out the mountain walls so that they're repairable. The smooth sandstone we can repair, and that's pretty good for the kill box that has been taking a beating. I don't want to chip away at the mountain, because that would be bad. Our children are getting pretty good education. Mayhem and Carlotta are maxed. Hyas and Nella are still babies, so they're not being educated. Yeah, we're doing, I don't know. Well, I feel like we're doing pretty good. Pretty successful little community that we've got going on. Oh, right. I still have to convert Destroyer. So let's take a look. Yep, Destroyer would be the last one. The last man standing, believing in his ideology. So in 1.2 days, I will do a conversion ritual for Destroyer. And hopefully, with any luck, get him converted with a critical success. That would be most excellent. I had previously queued up marine helmets and locust armor to potentially be used by Kadath, but then we kind of paused on that in lieu of getting the shotguns ready, because the shotgun task took priority. Why it took priority, I don't even really know. Something else that I might want to start to do is to get a little bit more steel. Everyone that is wearing a mask is allowed to traverse the wasteland, and we are rather low on steel, so unless I find some more of it in our mining tunnels, which I guess there's a little bit of steel here, but I'm just worried about how close that gets to our base. But why not? Why not start? Because I can see our steel being dwindled by these combat shotties. Personally, I might not have accepted that quest if it was up to me. Just because it's a lot of time and resources, and getting there is a real pain. Colonist Idol. Shane. You could be doing intellectual, because you're a genie. But you're not. And I don't know why. You're just wandering away. Okie dokie. Whatever you want. Something else I could be doing with Tech Noir instead of research, letting the research bench be used by Cathanon or Shane, is art. So I'm actually going to start some large sculptures out of sandstone, or actually, let's do limestone. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. Any smeltable stuff, I do have a little bit of slag. But most of the weapons that I have in here, I just have like one dagger and like one machine pistol. I mean, it's really not that much steel. Alright, improved colony gear is going to be the goal after we set up a farm, an outside farm. Got it. Yeah, pretty minimal smeltable stuff. But even if we had a lot of smeltable stuff, it generally doesn't yield too much in the way of resources. Wait, what are you doing? Don't turn back now. We are up to almost 3 of the 5 shotguns. If I recall, it's 5? Yep, 5 chain shotguns. Perfect. I'll start filling in these gaps. Just for something to do, I guess. Not really for a good reason. But also so that there's no cover or whatever if it ever becomes used against us. That is always a possibility, a threat, if you will. Shield will be out in 4 days. And that will remedy... here, we can actually pick him for once. His nose and his hand injury. It used to be that once they were in, I guess you could click on like that. There's another possibility of doing some additional biosculpting. So this one's tuned to Shay, who's missing a nose. So once shield is out, we can put Shay back in to fix up that nose. I just didn't want too many of my colonists sculpting at one time, because then our ability to defend our own base drops a bit. Didn't want to risk that. Ooh, Carlotta on a go frenzy. Must have had some sugar. All right. Tech Noir trying her best at flexing that art muscle of hers. Thank you for the boost train. Fabby for all the gifted subs, and then Glitch for more bits. Cheers. Such strong support, as Twitch frames it. Yes, it is true. Yeah, we are. I'm not really cleaning at the moment, because the chain shotguns are a limited time sort of deal. But yeah, that is obviously a high priority once we deliver these shotguns and make sure that we have enough steel to keep our community afloat. Not really sure why my miners are mining like one node and then running away. That's how to mostly just do jogging and not actually mining. It's funny to see little Thomas in a gas mask. And then we had some more toxic waste packs just deteriorate just now. Yep, I would say that that's one heck of a blob. That tree is going to have a lot of work to do. The entryway tunnels are getting smoothed out. Not to look nice, just for defense and protection. There we go. Shay's actually mining now. Will we be coloring the colonist clothes Fallout colors? Yeah, once I have a nice abundance of dye, we can definitely do that. It'll be a lot easier to get dye in abundance once I have this outside farm set up. I'm going to have you all decide on what I farm, so it might not be dye. You guys will vote. But it's going to be crops that I can't grow hydroponically, so likely. I mean, again, up to you. But corn and devil strand, that kind of stuff, you can't grow indoors in hydroponics. So we might expand our food palette, because for the last, how long has it been? 144 days, it's just been rice, and rice mixed with whatever animals that we could shoot. And that's not exactly top chef material, if you will. Corrupt Omega, thank you for the sub, and welcome to the stream. All right. We are working on Shotgun 4 of 5. So, who goes to build the return trip? That's a big question. Maybe Sapo. Yeah, my money would be Sapo. Sapo will do the trading because he has relatively high warding skill, he has high construction skill and high mining skill. So if it might not even be all that necessary for me to send steel and components, he can probably locally source them and just send chem fuel instead. And that is quite likely the way to do the delivery. That isn't, you know, a nightmare. So that we don't have a 16-day or like half a year round trip for him. Which sounds really bad, if you ask me. I'll try to plow through the priorities that I currently have so that we can get to other stuff. I will micromanage a little bit more than I usually do with a singular focus so that we can get to do some additional colony quality of life improvements. Wouldn't say it's exactly a promise, but it is my goal. Plus, maybe find some plasteel? I wouldn't mind that. One of the things I don't have that I could set up is is the ground pen scanner. Now that we have an outdoor secured area that's kind of part of the colony, I could set up ground pen scanning somewhere out here. Maybe here or something, I don't know. So that we can actually potentially find what we are looking for. I'm actually going to break down this mortar. It only has 3 shots left, and I'd rather just have the material, I think. Do we have any trade goods to send along? Yeah, we could obviously send some things along. We have a lot of sort of random junk that we could gift. Weapons and used up clothing and the like. Another thing that might not be a terrible idea is to gift it to them. That way that I can call in trade caravans. Because I've had a very limited amount of trade possibility. In this scenario, I don't have any trade caravan arrivals normally. So being able to radio in trades could be very, very useful. Alright, Shield, you are T-minus 3.2 days. It's weird hearing crickets on this map tile. It's like, what crickets could there be in this polluted wasteland? I don't think there'd be many crickets. Unless they were mutated severely. And not cricket-like anymore. So how's the babies doing? You are 3 seasons old and you are 1. At 3, you become a child. Alright. Shane's 15. And then the oldest would be probably still Mayhem. I don't really know who's older between Mayhem and Carlotta. Mayhem was born first, but she didn't exist for all of the time since she was born. That's a really weird sentence that I never imagined having to say in my life. But yeah, she spent some time not existing and then became existing again. And my point being, I'm not sure who's older between those two. I hope they like one another. Oh yeah, they're friends. Cool. Because, you know, if we're going to have 3 generations, one of the 4 or 2 of the 4 children need to form a relationship, and, well, 2 of them are brothers, so it will be either Hyas and Carlotta with Mayhem or Nella. Unless, of course, they gain the traits of gay or asexual. Then it gets a little more challenging. We'll see. We'll see how much Randy likes to punish me. Tox crickets? Delicious. Extra protein from your Tox crickets. So the last shotgun has about 400 more work left to do. Cathanon is just hanging out by the telescope. There he goes. Almost have these tunnels all filled in. We still do have a room for Nella or Hyas. We might want additional rooms on top of what I already have built, but I'm going to wait for now. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. She existed, but not living, right? You don't age when you're a corpse. So my question is essentially who's older, and I really don't know. Oh, good. Fire starting spree. Yep. This is what you get when you take in children that were rejected from their own community. That sounds harsh, but I mean, technically it's true. All right, I'll add that to the home zone so that we don't burn up the entryway. At least he's not near the chem fuel. It could be a lot worse. Pyromaniacs near chem fuel or mortar shells is a lot more savage than just burning some random metal barricades, which I can pretty much ignore and forgive. Farm is looking good. Look at all this rice. How's my chem fuel amount? Oh, chem fuel's pretty healthy. Almost 400. Because previously I let my chem fuel drop to dangerously low levels, but not this time around. We're looking good. Fire starting spree in the death corridor. What could go wrong? Yeah, exactly. What couldn't go wrong? At least he's done. Trying to set everything on fire. Oh, and he has himself a beer. The 13-year-old. I hope you guys don't rat me out to Child Protective Services for, like, letting a 13-year-old set fire to my base and then giving him beer afterwards. But if you do rat me out, I have mortars. Just remember that. CPS? What CPS? Exactly. Alright, so this is nearly done. I don't think it cuts too close to my mining tunnel. But I might want to fill in some of it. Okay, I do, true, have a 5-year-old with an incendiary launcher. Yeah. Of all the things I've done, quote-unquote, wrong, letting a 13-year-old drink is probably least of them. In this series, if we're talking in RimWorld in general, well, that's a totally different story. Alright, so the bills of chain shotguns are done. I'm going to cancel. Woo! I canceled too many. I don't know what I just canceled. Probably flak? But I don't know. So it is 8 p.m. Tomorrow morning, I will send Sapo to go deliver the... shotguns. And then make more of a push to try to get this all cleaned up. So we have our own little, like, nature preserve, to borrow a term from Oxygen Not Included. Hey, Frankenstein, you're worried about not living up to the Legend of Mayhem? Don't worry. I'm sure you will have your own shenanigans. Like, maybe you will end up petting a mega spider and taming it. You'll be the first mega spider tamer of our colony or something like that. Who knows? Time will tell. I'm gonna add 2 more batteries. I think what I want to try to do is to balance it out so that it's 5 chem gens and then the 7 solar. And then as we add this other sun lamp, I might want even additional solar, but we'll see. We shall see. So this mine is nearly tapped. Who's starving? Shay? That's probably because I don't have any food. Destroyer. I'm gonna wake you up in the... Oh. I see the problem. With Shield asleep, he hasn't been able to make food for our colony, and I kind of let everyone get a little hungry, so I had to wake up Destroyer to make sure. Power's low? Yeah, I mean, it's low, but as soon as the sun goes up and the solar panels start soaking up, we'll be okay. I'll just keep an eye on it. I can always flick on... How about I do that? I'm just going to flick on some of the chem gens just to get it up to about half. And then once we're at half, I'll turn them back off again. I want to try to find some sort of like sweet equilibrium. That would be ideal. Shane with an inspired surgery. A 15-year-old with almost no proclivities towards medical wants to cut into someone. Who also happens to be our chemically fascinated. Although historically, I will say that a lot of physicians were kind of obsessed with drugs. Like, yeah, pre-1900s. Sapo, it is time, friend. Oh, yep. Sapo, the manager. And chain shotgun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am also going to send out stuff that I can part with. Keep the sniper rifles, old clothing, that kind of stuff. Because this is a good opportunity to lose some unwanted garbage, if you will. All in the name of maybe making friends. I'm going to have you guys vote in just a second as soon as I'm done queuing this up on whether or not I should sell or gift. I'll leave that up to you. I'm just going to end everything. Except for the nice toques. Alright, anything else up here? No, not really. I think we're looking pretty good. I'll send the insect meat too. Because, you know, that makes an awesome gift. So tasty. Alright, everybody help to haul because the transport pod is very, very, very far away from the storage. Should I sell or gift to the trade faction? It is up to you now. Can I call on caravans with trade disabled? Yes. Trade... So the scenario here of trade caravan arrival, that's just random incidents that happen. You know, when they just show up out of the blue. That's disabled, but calling them in shouldn't be. Alright, with all of this hauling, I also have to make sure that these babies don't go hungry. Having changed the queued priority. And Destroyer, that's probably enough cooking, thank you. Because Shield is out in a day and a half. So now with the trade underway, the next priority is going to be to package up the pollution and ship it off. One thing I will say is it looks to me like this Pollux tree needs a bit of a break. So I am going to set up a different Pollux tree to receive my garbage. That way we don't overwhelm one tree, right? The whole idea of this series is I'm not trying... I have a bunch of rules to prevent me from adding pollution to the map. So, letting... Oh, I guess... No, this is just a normal tile. So I have 3 Pollux trees. Hypothetically, it should even be possible to depollute the entire map tile with those Pollux trees. I think. Which would be pretty cool. And we'll go ahead and get the clothing back that I had sold or gifted away. So we're ready. Visit Dice Village. God, Dice Village? It's like straight out of Fallout. That is a perfect Fallout name for a village, if you ask me. So I'm fulfilling the trade order. Done. And then we'll go ahead and gift. Because clearly you guys prefer that overwhelmingly. So I'm going to actually gift the coagulator as well. It's not an implant that I feel like we will, on average, need. If I need it, I've done something very, very, very wrong. Okay. Nice. So, up to 57. All I'd really need to do is to transport pod some additional stuff and we'll be all set. One thing I did not give Sapo is food. For whatever reason. Because, you know, I'm a genius or something. I don't know. So, I still have to send him chem fuel anyway. So it kind of doesn't matter, because I didn't send him with the chem fuel. I was worried that the weight of the chem fuel would be too much anyway, for him to haul around. One thing I didn't check is, like... Here, let me go back. Make sure that there's nothing to buy. Because there might be something really sweet that I'd overlook otherwise. Robust digestion and thin body. Oh, interesting. Invisibility trainer. That would be pretty cool, but I'm going to wait for... I'm not going to buy trainers until I reach the level, because it's not going to be useful to me until I'm able to make use of it. I will, however, buy an Insanity Lance, as they are very, very, very strong. Alright. And now I have to march far enough away that settling won't upset Dice Village. Yeah, very New Vegas, that name. Just by chance, I didn't actually name it myself. I think I will definitely need some additional solar. I don't think it's even worth waiting to see. If I'm trying to build a second farm, yeah, I mean, easily and obviously, I will need some additional solar. So I'll get those queued up, and maybe I'll even put one here. That might be too close to the farm area. I'll have it connect. I hate that, but okay. What's the name of my colony? Doomsday Vault. I'm so very creative with my names. I'll try for just the, what is this, 10? Yeah, I'll try for just 10 solar. That's a pretty healthy amount, I think. Alright, Seppo. Yes. It didn't give me a warning that it would upset my neighbors. So... hopefully I'm far enough away. And the plan for him is for him to mine up some steel and components. Oh, perfect. And there's steel and components literally right here. So mine up some steel components to get home, building his own transport pods while he's out here. So I'm not planning on him marching home for 8-9 days, whatever it is. I'll even equip the Insanity Lance. Oh, I had a Shock Lance. Okay. Didn't know that. And I'll have to send him chem fuel and food. So now that the pod is rebuilt, it's not... okay, well, if it was rebuilt, I do that. Cam, let's have you get your husband home. Four simple meals should be fine, and then... let's do 70 chem fuel. It's probably more than enough. It's probably too much, but, you know, better safe than sorry, I suppose. And thank you for tuning into your first stream if this is your first time. That's awesome. Help is coming to you, dude. Here, consume the berries. Keep you from starving. So I really only need the materials for one pod launcher. I guess I could while I'm here, because he does have the ability to mine. I sent him here for that reason. Look for plasteel. Because I'm very, very short on plasteel back in the main vault. I see a lot of components, but nothing blue, nothing plasteel-like. Some uranium, I guess. You need uranium, though. Huh. We have an anima tree that is, like, perfectly surrounded by pollution. What an unusable tree. I don't think anima grass grows in pollution, so... yeah, I don't see any plasteel. The purpose of this trip wasn't exactly for plasteel anyway, so, oh well. And you definitely ate. Good. Darsaber, thank you for the resub. Thank you, thank you. All right. The current priority now is build an outdoor farm and then improve gear. Farm first. So for that, it is cleaning time. Shield should be out very soon out of the Bioscout pod. And then any grower, I'm going to have prioritize grow over clean, because growing is a little bit more important. Make sure to keep us fed. And then Shield, when you're out, you will also be cooking. I do think I have enough food to last the day while you finish your pod cycles. I'm not planning on having a way station because there's no way to tell RimWorld what map tile to send events. So I find it... I've used it as an exploit in the past, but I find it a little cheesy when you keep a empty map tile, because all you really have to do is to send, like, it just sends raids and things to no one, and it removes threat. So I abandon and will be abandoning once this is built. All right. How about we spend a little time mining up the components, and we'll bring home some more components. Yeah, it should be. I don't know what's going on right now, but I have a lot of dropped frames. So Twitch has been having a lot of problems with their login servers the last few days, so I'm going to assume that it is the same issue. Yeah. There was outages yesterday, and this is probably just a continuation of the outage. I will make sure that it's not me on my end. Because I don't want to assume. So I'll run some tests locally. I am Hacker Man. The thing is, if it is unwatchable, it will always end up on YouTube, where it should be fine. Asterisk. I think no, you're still in. Okay. Oh, that's Mayhem. I was like, what is that noise? It's Mayhem playing with the comms. Don't tell the raiders where we live, Mayhem. Whatever you do, don't dox us. It's not me. I just tested. My up and down speed, my ping, latency, and packet loss are totally fine on my end, so sadly, it is Twitch. Okay, tally ho. Homeward we go. You don't have to avoid pollution. You'll be unrestricted. In fact, let me go through this again. Anyone wearing a mask can be unrestricted. Yeah, that was actually the only incorrect zoning, so we're good. Sapo is home. Actually, leave those components here. I'm sure that one of my constructors will... Oh, hi! Well, that didn't take very long. How close are they to the... Okay, there's 17 of them. They ain't messing about. No, sir. Kadath? Can you make it to this door? No, you probably can't. Okay, so I will close this entryway area. And I'm going to try to get guns on them. Because that's a lot of wolves. That's like a wolf per person. And Well, without doing a whole lot of math, that's pretty fatal. It actually looks like some of my network problems are resolving a little bit right now. They should be getting better. Yeah, there was no way for Kadath to make that in time. Shane, you want to join us? See, the other issue that we have here is these wolves are going to be traveling to these doors. So the only way for me to lure them back is for me to do something a little sketchy. Which is to set this up as a allowable entrance point. And that's what I'm going to do. So I can clear the amount. For better or for worse. Look at this farm. There was a nice amount of fertile soil just underneath the surface. And we're rocking. That's awesome. Okay, there's nothing I can do to get you to use these components, is there? Free guard dogs? I guess. I don't really like them there, though. Little scary, you know? Little scary. So then for me to drag them back, I need to mine this out and then forbid the door afterwards. So when Shay is up, I'll have her do it. Or Sapo. Either one of the miners are fine. And Shay is out. I mean, Shield, not Shay. Perform vasectomy. Yes. So he is completely 100% done. I am going to perform the vasectomy and also the gastroanalyzer. Because he's our cook. So, best doctors, maybe Cam? Little awkward for someone else's wife to do the vasectomy on you, but, you know. Doctor, patient, something or others. Something nethers. Oh, you're starving. Okay. If you're starving, maybe wait, because that starts to affect your performance. Alright, so here's Destroyer. I'm going to forbid this door. And then you'll see the wolves starting to stack back out to go to the other door, allowing me to more effectively kill them. Have they been eating one another? Oh, no, it's just the shots I landed with the SMGs. Okay, I was briefly concerned. Zion, thank you for the resub, and I'm glad you like the new series. Do you mean this one, or something else? Got a lot of new series. Alright, I probably don't need to be read. I don't think that these wolves pose much of a threat to me. Who else constructs? Sapo, Cam, who's sleeping? Thomas. Thomas, I'm gonna have to wake you up. All of them? Hey, well that works for me. So in walling this up, it's going to cause the wolves to seek another path, which has them walk right in front of my gunners. By design. Because I wouldn't mind the wolf leather, nor would I mind the meat. So I didn't want to just leave them there until they left the map tile, because then I would lose the opportunity to be able to exploit them for resources. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing here. Cannot install gastroanalyzer nose. No medicine for restriction. Herbal medicine or worse. Wait, what? I'm not restricting his medicine. Shield's medicine is not restricted. What is going on here? Oh, now it can... I don't know. I undid it and redid it, and it works all of a sudden. I understand very little about this game, apparently. Thomas, where'd you go? Oh, you're coming out here. Why not just melee block them with a melee pun? Because they're wolves. Kadath would die in the process, so the why not would be because we would die. And, you know, we're not Wendigos. Dying is kind of a bad thing. Come on, finish up. Alright, Yaroslav, you're dismissed because you're starving. Pretty good excuse if I've ever heard one. Yeah, 17 wolves or whatever it is. 22, something like that. Yeah, 17 wolves. 17 wolves would absolutely, even with a melee blocker, would completely shred that melee person to death. I changed Cam's medicine? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay, someone in the kitchen has been cooking up some nasty. Because it is making us puke. Nice. Gastroanalyzers should be really helpful. Once everyone stops vomiting everywhere. How'd you... Oh, right. I have a separate door now. Let's go ahead and start to haul the wolves. Should I send Shay to the regen pod? Actually, before I even... No, never mind. Forget that. I'm not polling for that. I don't even have Glitterworld meds to be able to do it. I just realized the last Glitterworld meds was used by S.H.I.E.L.D. So all of my people are, like, cleaning, but they're cleaning because I have the steel barricade home zoned, so I'm going to remove it from the home zone, because that was only when we were trying to fight the fires, and that should free them up not doing dumb tasks. Not dumb tasks, but tasks they shouldn't be doing. Kathanon passed out due to the food poisoning, because Genie. And shields up. Awesome. How will I get more Glitterworld? Trade, quest, something like that. And this looks like the last wolf. Good. Oh, God. Destroyer, you really have destroyed this community full of food poisoning. I don't know what to say, but don't do it again, please? Good news is, we're about to have a ton of really awesome meals, thanks to the abundance of wolf. It might not be a bad idea for me to hit the Psychic Soother. Actually, I'm probably going to wait on the Psychic Soother for when we have a droner event to offset the droner. But a part of me wants to hit it anyway, because everyone's in a really bad mood being food poisoned by our temporary sous chef, our second-in-command chef. We've just left Catherine on there. Sorry, buddy. We're still on high priority clean. Try and get that farm going. And then we also need to haul the toxic waste packs out to the further tree, which is kind of a long way to get to. So we don't overwhelm one tree, because this tree has a lot of pollution cleaning to do. So I'll probably only haul one more toxic waste pack out here, and then switch trees again. Any rituals I can run? No, there's really not any rituals in the, except for the conversion ritual. I'm wrong about that. Yeah, we don't have any standard rituals in this ideology. It's just funerals. And conversion in this case. Our mood's starting to bounce back. Alright, so Technoir, I'm going to have you haul one more. And then I'll switch the zones. Alright, there it is. Put this in low. And this to critical. And I'll just keep switching the priorities so that we haul it where we want it. Oh, you have food poisoning. Yeah, don't deliver that. You'll never get there in time. Oh, sorry, Sapo. Didn't realize you were, like, right here with the steel. Where? Oh, wow. It takes a long time to get out there. That's quite the run. I could have gone the route of like a pollution pump for this instead, so that we didn't have to manually clean. There's truly not a good reason for me to be doing the manual cleaning. I just wanted to, so yeah, that's where we are. But I could have easily had done this just with a pollution pump and been patient, and that would have been probably easier on our colonists. But oh well, they'll tough it out. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech Doomsday Vault, which originally streamed live on Twitch, November 8th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Stay safe out there, my fellow vaulters,